I want to share this information from Jennifer Gonzalez's podcast, The Cult of Pedagogy, that I think will be very helpful for teachers. So I wanted to pass this valuable information on to my audience. You may want to visit my episode 39, where I discuss the top 10 teacher tips for time management. It's also chock full of valuable information. Lack of time is a huge problem for teachers everywhere. There's just never enough time for teachers to do their work and have a healthy, balanced life outside of the classroom. Now, she goes on to say for as long as she's been working with and serving teachers to help them do their work better, time was always the one problem that she couldn't solve. She goes on to say that she would share powerful teaching strategies, classroom management tips, game-changing tech tools, but when it came to really nailing the time shortage, she came up empty-handed until now. Welcome to episode 101 of the Teacher Rockstar Podcast, a place where tips and strategies critical to the new teacher are discussed. I'm your host, Steve Hiles, and in today's episode, I want to share with you 5 powerful ways for teachers to save time. But before we do, here's a word from our sponsor. Would you like to supercharge your classroom management skills? Well, if you're a teacher with less than 5 years of teaching experience, a student teacher, or perhaps maybe you're a teacher returning back to the classroom, the Teacher Rockstar Academy course is for you. Gain the confidence, the skills you'll need to crush it on day 1 and beyond. Take advantage of one-to-one personal coaching, 1 year of email support, an invite to our Facebook community group, the online classroom, and super cool bonuses. So invest in yourself and enroll now at tra.teacherclassroomresources.com. That's tra.teacherclassroomresources.com. So invest in yourself, enroll today. Okay, let's dive right in. Jennifer Gonzalez goes on to say that there is something that she truly believes is going to change teachers' lives and give you back the time that you really need. And it's called the 40-Hour Teacher Work Week Club, developed by her friend, Angela Watson, an outstanding educator, blogger, and consultant who can be found at the Cornerstone for Teachers. She's created a systematic approach to helping teachers shave hours off of their work and get a whole lot more balance in their lives. The program, a year-long membership that delivers weekly email tips and downloadable resources, aims to help teachers get a clearer sense of how many hours they're actually devoting to school-related tasks, then target a smaller, more reasonable number to shoot for. For some, this may actually be 40 hours. But for many others, it will simply be something significantly lower than what you are already spending at school. Once this target number is set, club members apply new strategies each week to get them closer to their target, supporting each other through a private Facebook group. Now, Gonzalez details how well it's working for teachers that she's invited Angela to come onto her podcast and share some of the best tips she shares with club members. 5 really powerful ways you can save time as a teacher. Here are the 5 time savers for teachers. These tips are Angela Watson's Big 5. The principles for teacher productivity that form club members' foundation for the rest of the school year. Number 1, eliminate unintentional breaks. So often when we think we're working, we're actually off task, she says. Checking social media, letting our attention drift to a TV, visiting with a coworker who just stopped by for a minute or so. If we can become aware of these unintentional breaks and cut way back from them, focusing on working when we are working, we will find ourselves with a lot more actual free time. Number 2, figure out the main thing and do it first. Now, this is a very critical point here, and I think it's really worth sharing. It's easy to cross the little things off your to-do list, grade a class set of quizzes, reply to a parent email about an assignment, update the class newsletter, but most people have that one task that hangs over them. It may be something difficult, time-consuming, boring, or so important we just want to avoid it altogether. Angela advises teachers to decide every day what this task is, to think of it as the main thing, your biggest priority of the day, the thing that you have been putting off and dread doing, and get it done first before ticking off all those smaller, easier tasks. By doing this, you give yourself a sense of satisfaction that can't be gained from just simply accomplishing the easy stuff. Number 3, Work ahead by batching and avoid multitasking unless the work is mindless. Many items on our to-do lists happen in fits and starts throughout the day and the week, mixed in with other obligations in these inefficient lumps of multitasking. Instead of completing tasks one by one, like going to the photocopier every day on an as-needed basis or checking emails 8 to 10 times a day, start doing tasks in larger, less frequent batches. Get all your photocopying, for example, for the whole week done in one trip. Only check and respond to emails twice a day, and that's it. But respond to all of them in that time. By doing more of the same thing all at once, we actually free up more time for ourselves later. Now, we will take a look at the fourth way for teachers to save time after a short message from our sponsor. Would you like unlimited access to over $1,000 worth of educational resources for less than a small pack of chewing gum a day? And you know what the best part is? You get a free 7-day trial to go and check it out. And after that, it's only $9.99 per month. So what do you have to lose? Go check it out. New products are added continuously. Simply go to membership.teacherclassroomresources.com. That's membership.teacherclassroomresources.com. You will love being part of this membership community. Okay, let's take a look at number 4. Look for innovative ways to relax any standards that create unnecessary work. Perfectionism seems to be a common trait for many teachers, and it is the thing that keeps us working hours longer than we really need to. Looking for that perfect resource, adjusting a document until it's just right, and doing tasks our students could do almost as well, but not quite. To start shaving time off your work week, take a good look for places where you can relax your standards. Shoot for good enough and finish those tasks more quickly. Save that time for the tasks that truly deserve extra attention. Now, our last tip, tip number 5, use scheduling to create boundaries around your time. Teaching really can expand to fill up much time as you let it. Okay, ain't that the truth? So schedule blocks of work right into your calendar the same way you'd schedule appointments. Then, as best as you can, stick to that schedule. If you've decided to set aside 2 hours to plan lessons for the upcoming week, work for 2 hours, then stop. Just knowing you have only blocked off a set period of time can help you work more quickly and efficiently. And it can help raise your awareness of exactly how long each task takes. If you find that tasks regularly take longer than the allotted time, you may need to adjust your schedule. Well, we have come to the end of today's episode. Thanks for listening to the Teacher Rockstar podcast. I'm your host, Steve Hiles. We hope you've enjoyed listening to these tips and strategies. When you get a moment, visit my new and improved blog and subscribe to my newsletter for the latest educational research, best practices, and unadvertised free bonuses. Go to blog.teacherclassroomresources.com. And don't forget to subscribe to us at the Teacher Rockstar podcast. And if you'd like to support us, please feel free to share our podcast with others. Post about it on social media or leave a rating and review. That's always greatly appreciated. Thanks again, and we'll see you same time, same place next week. And remember, my friend, you got this.